Scorpio, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-May 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as usual and start you off with an oracle card, just so we can dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Scorpio collective. My God, Spirit Team, talk to me about Scorpio gang here. And I hope you're all doing great, my friends. Let's get it going. What energies, messages, what's swirling around the collective? Give us all the juice here. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Scorpio, please. And thank you. What messages and insights and all that good stuff do you got for Scorpio gang here? Guides and Spirit Team. The deck is being specific. There we go. So we have this really powerful angelic energy, and there is an energy of focus as well, which links exactly into the reading we had last week. Okay. It's actually kind of surprising to me that this card came out. Now, it's not necessarily rough. I mean, you could have something you were like hyper focused on or vice versa. But before we fully get into that, if you're new here, Scorpio, I'll be speaking about the May subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this angelic figure. So if you look at the image of this card, we see this dude. He kind of looks a little spooky to me. He looks a little creepy, and he's looking down at that baby. Now, of course, he has angel wings. It's kind of hard to see in this card, but he's like really focused on this. So if we're talking about the best possible scenario, this could represent a guardian angel or a watcher of some kind, someone watching over you. So for a lot of Scorpios, you might just need to hear that, like you have someone with you. Your guides, spirit teams, ancestors, angels, however you want to phrase it. And I got a similar thing in the Pisces reading as well. So there is this spiritual protection connected to Scorpio, regardless of how unsettling this card may look. Now, I do also link this to manifesting and creating, because this angel is looking right at that creation. So for a lot of Scorpios, you could be purposely manifesting, trying to bring something into your life, which is never a bad thing. But this also links into what I saw in the reading last week, which we'll discuss momentarily, that there could be something you were highly focused on or someone that is highly focused on you. So we're just going to leave them over there. Let's get into tarot now. And I always say this first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up one time here. What do we got for Scorpio gang, my guide, spirit team? Talk to me. What's happening? And yeah, while we shuffle up and get ready to roll, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled, and I think you'll get it now if you didn't watch it, it was titled, They're Watching You. Okay, now it's funny to me that that was last week's reading, and then we start off with a card like this, which is kind of why it gave me that little unsettled type of feeling. But I did also say, in the lowest sense, for a lot of us Scorpios, there could have been a situation we're just keeping tabs on, or just something we're, watching, making sure nothing's going off the rails. But I also felt for a lot of Scorpios, there could have been someone that has you under the magnifying glass. So we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's. You know how it goes. Let's get you 3 cards here in the upright. What do we got for Scorpio before we get into all the intuitive stuff? Thank you. Okay, 6 of Swords. So moving forward, this is a card of action. It's a card of things getting better, but it is absolutely somebody making a move of some kind, which I'm not opposed to. I always like to start off a reading with an action card, because that tells me that, yeah, even if we reach some bumps in the road, it's not really stagnant, the energy, if that makes sense. Okay, so now we do have a little communication messages starting to show up here. We have the Page of Pentacles in position number 2. Let's get one more, and we'll start piecing this all together. Okay, Knight of Swords. So yeah, something picks up a lot of steam as it moves forward. And to me, it's like something catches like new life, if that makes sense, or something like picks up really, really quickly. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first glance, I've been seeing this same elemental mixture in most of the water signs this week. We have the double down of the air energy, which could be communication, but also the mind. Then we have the Page of Pentacles, the earth, grounding it down in the center. And pages are also communicators, so there is something around talking, messages, communicating that is going to be highly important this week. I could already feel it with what's showing up and how this energy is playing. And all of these cards are action cards in their own right. So when I see the Six of Swords into the page, it's like, all right, we're moving, we're going. Then something happens or something is said, and then it's like, boom. It's like something picks up new steam or feels reinvigorated or finds new life. It's something that just goes like 0 to 100. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. Position number 1, we have the Six of Swords. And I already gave you some of the messages that are linked in with this card. We see the people, they're in the sea, they're on a river. And prototypically, this card just represents coming out of the choppy waters into the calm. So coming out of a rough time into a better time. Okay, if we're to keep it very simple. It does have challenges linked to it as well, but as I said, to me, it's a card of action. It's a card of moving things forward and making something happen, okay? Now, in the challenge of this card, it could represent someone you're linked to that you might feel they're not doing what they should be doing, or somebody that's running away from something, not owning up to what they should. So watch out for any individuals like that in this time. But I'm not going to read a negative into it until I actually see a clarifier that tells me so. This could just be something improving or at least starting to move. Okay, or at least starting to see some improvement, which could be really nice. Now, as we get to the center, we have the Page of Pentacles, and I already told you it's a communicator. It is an earth sign, and I just want to mention as well, we have multiple people starting to show up here. This could be an earth sign that you're linked to, so Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. And the page, it doesn't always have to be a person. I always say that they're students and they're messengers. So there could be something new you're trying to learn. There could be a new cycle, a new venture, anything that you're moving towards that's fresh could be really good with this. Learning knowledge, being on like a quest to learn new things could really encapsulate this Page of Pentacles. It is a huge card of just learning, but it's really a message giver. All right, or messenger. So we could be seeing a talk, a conversation, a message of some sort could be very important here, especially with this Page of Pentacles. Okay, so it might be some sort of communication you have. Same could be said for Knights. So it's like all of these cards have very similar types of energies linked to it. I will say when it comes to the challenge of the Page of Pentacles, before we start talking about the Knight, this page can represent somebody that's a little bashful, somebody that has something they want to say, but they're not quite saying it just yet. So you might be dealing with a bashful person. But on the back end, we have the Knight of Swords. So air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, full-blown action. So whereas this one is, yeah, it's getting something moving. Yeah, this energy's moving a little bit too. This one is in full flight. So see what I mean? It's like 0 to 100. It's like something picks up huge steam here. Now, the Knight of Swords could be very, very good if you're not connected to an air sign for just moving something along. It's going like a rocket, right? That's why I say, like, even though it's not fiery, it could be explosive in its own right. The Knight of Swords, the challenges attached to it is that it can also be confrontational. This could be something that's a little aggressive. So just know your defenses might be triggered in this time where you feel like someone's coming on too strong or someone's coming on too aggressive. Watch out that you're not doing that yourself in this time. So watch your actions and reactions, because when we see Knight of Swords energy, it's like very aggressive. Okay. And as part of the Scorpio collective myself, I know we have a little bit of a reputation for being aggressive in certain situations. Worst case scenario, the Knight of Swords could be some sort of conflict, but I'm not necessarily feeling that, because it's like, okay, we have this talk, someone's coming in hotter and heavier, one is coming in calmer. I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. And I mean, I saw something a couple weeks in Scorpio about a serious talk, but let's see what else we get here. Let's get it going. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Six of Swords here. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Scorpio, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Six of Swords time. Why is that Six of Swords here? Thank you. Devil in reverse. Okay, this is really, really good for a lot of you. There could be something you're finally starting to feel free of or free from. For a big portion of you, if you're working on any behaviors, habits, addictions, or anything that you feel has been tying you or holding you back or tying you down in one way or another, this could be very freeing and liberating. If there has been a tough or serious situation you've been dealing with, because we could see that here on the front end with the devil in reverse, to me, this is like, okay, you're going to start moving past this, or you're going to start moving through this energy, which is really, really nice with the devil in reverse. So a portion of you, when we get the devil, it could represent a Capricorn. Now, I don't always say that this is only toxicity. It's only obsession. It's only, you know, all the things that you would think the devil could represent, addictions, all those topics. But to me, I think of the devil as something that sticks around for a long time. It could be any situation that sticks around for a very, very long time. Okay. Or just something that it's not in one day out the next. It's something you've been dealing with for quite a while. So whether it's like a health thing, a mental health thing, or like the other topics I was already speaking about, when we see it in reverse, problem or tough situation here, under the Six of Swords, something getting better, you see why I'm so hopeful here. So I will once again reiterate for a lot of Scorpios, if you are dealing with a serious problem or you are dealing with a serious situation of some sort, there is a road to recovery, or there's a road out, if that makes sense. There's a road past it. So this is really lovely type of energy, and it's very freeing. Let's keep moving forward and see what that Page of Pentacles has to say. Like something you may have been dealing with for a long time could really start to resolve, and I like that. So let's go in on that Page of Pentacles. Thank you. You're going to get some really good news here too. And I feel like these situations are completely separate. That's what I'm going to pick up here. The Six of Wands is a card of complete and total victory. Overcoming. It's massive. This is a huge piece of news coming in for a lot of you, or just something really amazing. Now, for a big portion of you, this could be monetary or work related, but that doesn't always have to be it. Remember, the communicator that is this Page of Pentacles can also represent new things, new cycles. So when we're moving out of something tough, something rough, something you may have been dealing with for quite a while, into this beautiful optimistic type of energy, I love it. It is that rebirth that a lot of Scorpios are known to encapsulate, right? Like, I know that us people in the Scorpio collective, we are on a constant journey of rebirth where we go through cycles very drastically, more than most signs. I mean, every sign goes through them, but like it's very intense as a Scorpio, and I empathize. And this is what we're seeing. We're kind of seeing the rebirth portion of the journey. So I feel for a lot of Scorpios, this is amazing. You could have various pieces of exciting, really good news or massive victory here, and I love it. Love it, love it. I would claim it. Let's keep moving forward. The only thing I would watch out for with the Six of Wands, and I'll hold the card up here, is that, yeah, it's notoriety, it's recognition, it's getting kudos and thanks for the things that you've done, but at the same time, the Six of Wands can sometimes be a little egotistical. So just in this time, try to steer clear of anyone that has a bit of an ego on them, because they might rub you the wrong way. But let's see what that Knight of Swords has to say, because it's like the way this is playing out, I did say I saw something just like exploding here. Let's see why the Knight of Swords is here, please. Then we'll do our recap before we get into the shadow card. Why is that Knight of Swords here? Boom, Ten of Pentacles, and it gets better. And it gets even better. Okay, now I'm going to say this, Scorpio, and if you watch weekly, you know the deal. Out of all the signs, I feel like I could be most blunt, most straightforward, and I try my best to be as honest as possible in all readings. But I feel like in a Scorpio reading, I'm within my element and I'm with my people, and I could just tell you guys what it is, how it is. So sometimes I could come off a little crass or a little harsher than I normally do, but I'm seeing all good things here, which is, I mean, kind of rare for me in a Scorpio reading, because it's like improvements across the board, which is claimable. So I feel like for a lot of Scorpios, you really need to claim and embody these energies. If you are going through difficult things, if you're in this devil energy, or you're grappling with this devil energy right now, whether it's something within yourself or even an outside energy you're dealing with, just know you have like huge, huge things coming down the pipeline. So what is the Ten of Pentacles? Yeah, it could represent the home, it could represent the family, property, stuff like that. This is a card of leveling up. This is a card of taking it up a notch. So when we go from this really good news, and this one victory right here in the center was good enough for the whole entire reading, we go to the Knight of Swords and we get the Ten of Pentacles. It's like, okay, well, that's good. It gets even better. It's like, wait, there's more. It's kind of giving me that vibe. So Scorpio, I feel like for a portion of you, when you overcome something, we'll talk about it more during the recap. When you overcome something, it's like you're going to free all the blocked energy, and things are just going to magnetize towards you and move in, which is really, really nice. So I don't just see one winner victory. I don't just see two. I see multiple. I see lots. Okay, and I feel for a lot of Scorpios moving into that new rebirth here, which is lovely, absolutely lovely. So let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. Probably one of the more positive Scorpio readings I've done in quite a while, and I love it. I'm excited. I'm claiming it. But if you kindly look here in the box, position number 1, we have the Six of Swords with the Devil in reverse. So for a lot of Scorpios, if there's any habits that you have in this time, now would be a great time to work on those or drop those. Any behavioral patterns that you're not really fond of, or thought processes or thought loops, anything that you feel has been a hindrance to you in your journey, now is a great time to work on those or even move past them. This is a really lovely type of energy. I also feel for a lot of Scorpios with this front end, if there's been a serious situation or a problem you've been dealing with for quite a while, I feel you really making big strides to just leave it where it belongs in the past. Moving to the center, we have the Page of Pentacles with the Six of Wands in the upright. Beautiful, victorious in a massive way. A lot of you could receive some really, really good news in this time, and it gets even better. Because as we move to the back end, we have the Knight of Swords, like, but wait, there's more. Level up type of energy, really nice. So I feel like your expectations for something are going to be exceeded in one way or another, because we got multiple wins here. And I feel like once you get over something or through something that's been blocking you or holding you back, you don't even understand the blessings that are going to come raining in. And I feel for a lot of Scorpios, now is the time where the rebirth is going to take effect. So please take a screenshot of that. Let's get you a shadow card here, Scorpio. Let's see what's in the shadows, guides and spirit team. And yeah, I always like to pull one of these at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge, but you know that already. Let's get you one. And yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love and appreciation for all my members. I really do. So let's get it going here. One shadow card for Scorpio, please. Very nice reading this week. And yeah, look, it's our pal. He's back. The devil in the shadows, right? So if we didn't get the message before, we get it now. So for a portion of you, yeah, if you do have dealings with a Capricorn, they're showing up here double. If you have a past with a Capricorn, their energy is still linked to you in one way or another. But I don't need to go through and really re-explain everything I said about this devil energy, okay? Whether it is toxicity or habits or whatever it might be that's lingering in your energy. Spirit is telling you, like, hey, listen, problems don't always get solved very quickly. Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes it takes work. I just feel like right now is a good time frame for a lot of Scorpios for whatever reason, whether it's something within your journey or something astrologically, but something in your journey could really be resolved in this time. There is something that has been holding you back or something that has been a hindrance that you could really work on in this time. Doesn't mean you have to solve it all in one go, one shot. But I do feel like you could really make some strides here, okay, and really improve your life and your journey when this shows up, okay? Just watch out for the obsessive thinking too. But we're just going to leave that as it is, Scorpio. That's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the May subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a one-on-one personal reading with me, you could check out my digital calendar at mastermetaphysics.com. But for the May subscriber surprise, we're doing a winner's choice this month, my friends. 2 lucky subscribers will get their choice of either the Everyday Witches Tarot, which is a wonderful deck. It's one of my favorites. Or you can choose a crystal pendant of your choice from my website. They're homemade. The energy is luscious. They're beautiful. So it's winner's choice there. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments where in the world you are from. You don't have to give me your home address or anything like that. It could be your country, state, province, whatever it might be. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. And I'll see you again soon.